Hey everybody, it's Jeff from NuYawk, and I am here in beautiful Atlantic City at the Tropicana Hotel and Casino. Today we're going to compare the Havana Tower to the North Tower here at the Tropicana, two of the main towers that people stay at the hotel. Now, the Tropicana is huge and has several towers, not just the North Tower and the Havana Tower, but North and Havana, North being very similar to South, by the way, so keep that in mind. But the North and Havana towers are the two that people tend to focus on when trying to choose which tower they want to stay at, and each has their pros and cons. If you don't like using check-in kiosks, then the North Tower is much closer to the front desk than the Havana Tower. It's also closer to the boardwalk, the beach. The elevator brings you right into the casino. It also has its swimming pool. And I'll show you all of this during the video. Others say the Havana Tower is the best. It's also the furthest away from everything, except the restaurants and the shopping. It's located right at the end of the quarter, which is the main entertainment corridor of the Tropicana, so that's something to consider. And it also has its own parking garage, which is a good thing considering how far away it is from the main hotel. But lots of people say the Havana Tower rooms are much nicer, and we'll take a look at a North Tower room as well as a Havana Tower room. In any event, let's not dilly-dally, let's get this comparison going. Let's check out the North Tower room first. Now, the room that we're looking at right now is a North Tower King non-smoking standard room. It does happen to be a corner room, but you wouldn't know it because there's only one window. Usually corner rooms have two windows. The room is quite spacious, and it does have a sofa. Not an open-up sofa, but it does have a sofa with two end tables. Very comfortable room. There's also lots of AC outlets throughout the entire room, including the workstation. Again, the sofa doesn't open up. And I know sometimes when there's a sofa in the room and you have that third guest in an emergency, they sleep on the sofa. This sofa, I don't think so. It's too short, those arms are too hard and too high, and it would make sleeping extremely uncomfortable, if not impossible. Sometimes these corner rooms have some empty space, and this is one of those rooms. They have a full-length mirror in here and a door that connects to another room if you wanted a connecting room. The television's kind of small compared to other rooms these days, but did you really come to Atlantic City to watch TV? The room also has a coffee maker, as does most hotel rooms here in Atlantic City, as well as an empty refrigerator. The workstation was perfect for me. It was comfortable, well lit, functional, and it had plenty of outlets. Not too many drawers in this room if you're bringing a lot of clothing and stuff to store, so keep that in mind. A dresser would have been nice in that large empty space we saw, but there is a large closet, which I'll show you in a moment. The safe is quite large, so if you run out of drawer space, you could always store your socks and underwear in there, I suppose. The bathroom has a nice large walk-in shower, no tub, and there's only one sink in the vanity. As you can see, the toilet is out in the open here, no water closet. And again, the shower is a good size and it's got a bench as well. In a moment, I'll show you the pool and the proximity of this north tower to the beach and boardwalk. But of course, before we leave the room, I want to show you the view. This is considered a city view room. Hey guys, if you can do me a favor right now, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to the NuYawk channel. It's just as easy as clicking on that little NuYawk logo in the bottom right hand corner of your screen, and give the video a thumbs up if you're enjoying it. Doing both really does help the channel out, and I do appreciate your support. This hallway in the North Tower gives you a good view of the proximity it is to the swimming pool as well as the beach and the boardwalk. We'll head down there right now for a closer look. The Tropicana has several pools, one indoor pool which is all year round. These outdoor pools, I believe this one at the North Tower is called the Oasis Pool. There's also an area here called Cabana 5, which is kind of like a pool bar snack area. Now, of course, if you're staying at the Havana Tower, which I'm going to show you a room in a moment, you're pretty far away from these swimming pools, and there is no pool at the Havana Tower, so keep that in mind. You're going to have to schlep yourself in your wet bathing suit all the way back to the tower. Same thing goes for the beach and the boardwalk. So as you can see, the North Tower very close to the boardwalk, the beach, the pools, and take the elevator downstairs, it drops you right off into the casino. That tower in the background with the dome on it is the Havana Tower, by the way, and it looks a lot closer than what it actually is. And the building directly in front of us right now is the Rich Condominium, and it's considered a national landmark now. It's actually very nice up here. It's got a great view, and you can also rent day beds as well as cabanas. Alrighty, what do you say we put on some comfortable shoes and head on over to that Havana Tower, and I'll show you what a room looks like there. Well, I'm glad we all made it. I'm in room 5309. When we took the North Tower elevator down, it dropped us off at the casino. We had to walk through the casino, and then we start heading into the quarter, which is the area, to a large area of shopping and restaurants and things like that, entertainment. And then we took the elevator up here to the Havana Tower, and here we are. I'm gonna say if you walk at a normal pace, probably about 5 minutes. My theory, and this is not based on facts, it's just my theory, is that Caesars, who owns the Tropicana, had a property several blocks away from the main Tropicana and decided to build a tower on it, the Havana Tower, and figure out a way to connect the two together, and that's what they did. Again, that's my theory. When was the last time you saw a dust ruffle on a bed in a hotel? As you can see, lots more drawer storage space here in the Havana Tower rooms, and of course Mario Lopez in both rooms. I remember the last time I stayed at the Havana Tower, they left this letter for the guests letting them know that they are doing window cleaning, and if you don't want to be a show-off, you better close your drapes when you're sleeping. The workstation was comfortable, but one thing I did notice is the North Tower had more outlets than the Havana Tower room does, both by the bed as well as at the workstation. The chair matches the sofa that we saw in the North Tower, and the side tables are the same as well. The closet here in the Havana Tower is smaller than it was in the North Tower, but again, there's a lot more drawer storage here. They taught us in school that this is what you call product placement. Hey guys, if you're planning a trip to beautiful Atlantic City, don't forget to check out the 2 playlists here on the NuYawk channel. One deals with the hotels, casinos, rooms, attractions, shopping, you name it. The other one deals specifically with the restaurants located here in the hotels and casinos in town. So check those playlists out. It's really going to help you make your plans. Again, like the North Tower, only one sink in the vanity here in the bathroom, and it's a shame because they really did have room for 2 here. And like the North Tower, the toilet is out in the open, and the shower is just about identical to the one in the North Tower, same size as well. So I'm curious which room you would like to stay in, or which tower to be more specific. The Havana Tower, the one we're in now, which is close to all the shops and restaurants in the quarter, or the North Tower, which is closer to the boardwalk, beach, and casino, as well as the pool. Leave a comment below. I'd be interested to find out which one you would pick. You could see the other towers from my view here at the Havana Tower. And as you saw when we walked into the room, it's 5309, and on the placard behind the door it says 5309 Havana Tower. You would think we were on the 53rd floor, or at least Caesars would have you believe that. If that's the case, this is the tallest parking garage I've ever heard of. I can't remember if we parked on level 5 or 50. Don't forget, support the NuYawk channel by clicking on that thanks button. I appreciate your support, guys.